Hi, kids! Welcome to BloomTales Studio, where little stories bloom into a big adventure. Please remember to subscribe for magical stories. This is the story about the Midnight Toy Guardian and the Crystal Kingdom. Snow fell softly over Moonbell Town, covering rooftops, streets, and lampposts in sparkling white blankets. The sky glowed lavender and silver as the last evening light of winter faded away. Inside the cheerful Everlight house, laughter and music filled every corner. Tonight was special. It was the Winter Festival Eve, a celebration the entire town waited for all year. Golden ribbons wrapped around the stair rails. Tiny bells jingled with every step. At the center of the hall stood a tall pine tree, glowing with lanterns, stars, and handmade ornaments. Running excitedly from room to room was Luna Everlight, a kind-hearted girl with curious eyes and a big imagination. She was just old enough to feel grown-up, but still young enough to believe in magic. Behind her raced her mischievous younger brother Max, swinging a toy shield. "Defend the castle!" Max shouted. "Careful!" Luna laughed. "You'll knock something over." Their parents gently reminded them to slow down as the doorbell rang again and again. Guests arrived wrapped in winter coats, bringing warm smiles, gifts, and joyful chatter. Music from a small band drifted through the rooms as children danced and adults talked happily. But Luna was waiting for one guest above all others. At exactly 7 o'clock, the clock chimed dong, dong, dong. The front doors opened slowly. In stepped Professor Orion Glowwick, Luna's mysterious godfather. He wore a long midnight blue coat filled with hidden pockets, silver gloves, and round glasses that shimmered oddly in the candlelight. Children gathered around him immediately. "Did you bring inventions? Did you bring magic? Did you bring surprises?" Professor Glowwick smiled and opened his large leather case. Out came a hopping mechanical frog, then a spinning clockbird, then a tiny dancer that twirled by itself. The children clapped, but then he lifted something small and special. It was a wooden guardian doll, painted in deep emerald and gold. It wore a tiny helmet, had kind painted eyes, and a strong jaw with a gentle smile. Professor Glowwick knelt beside Luna. "This is for you, Luna," he said softly. "He is called Aurelian the Midnight Toy Guardian." Luna's eyes sparkled. She held the doll carefully. "I love him," she whispered. Suddenly, crack! Max had grabbed the doll and tried to crack a nut with its jaw. "Oh no!" Max froze. The guardian's jaw had broken. Luna gasped. "I didn't mean to," Max said quickly. Professor Glowwick examined the doll carefully, then smiled. "Do not worry. Aurelian is stronger than he looks. By morning, he shall be just fine." Relieved, Luna hugged the toy close. The party continued with songs, dancing, and candlelight. But Luna kept glancing at her guardian. Late that night, after guests left and the house grew quiet, Luna whispered, "I'll stay with you until you're better." When the clock struck midnight, something strange happened. The lights flickered. The shadows stretched. The tree seemed to grow taller, taller, taller. Or was Luna becoming smaller? Suddenly, skitter, skitter, skitter! From behind the furniture emerged dozens of shadow mice, wearing scraps of metal armor and carrying needle spears. At their center stood the terrifying Rat Emperor, crowned with 7 glowing crystal crowns. Luna stepped back in fear. Then the guardian doll moved. Aurelian slowly rose from her arms, growing taller, taller, until he stood like a brave knight. "Stay behind me," he said firmly. With a powerful stomp, toy soldiers, wooden animals, and tin knights came to life. The battle began. Drums beat, trumpets rang, the mice charged. Aurelian fought bravely, but the Rat Emperor lunged forward. Luna acted without thinking. She grabbed her slipper and threw it with all her strength. Crash! One crystal crown shattered. In that moment, Aurelian struck, and the Rat Emperor vanished into shadows. The mice fled. Golden light surrounded Aurelian. Wood became flesh. Paint became skin. Before Luna stood a young crystal prince, noble and kind. "I was cursed," he said gently. "Your bravery freed me. Come," he smiled. "Let me show you my world." The room dissolved into swirling frost. They stepped into the crystal forest, where glowing snowflakes danced like stars. The frost dancers twirled gracefully, guided by the Queen of Snowlight, who opened a silver gateway. Beyond it lay the Kingdom of Wonders. Rivers of honey gold syrup flowed gently. Trees bloomed with candy fruit. Mountains shimmered like sugar crystals. At the palace gates stood the radiant fairy of starlight, ruler of the kingdom. "You saved our prince," she said warmly. "Tonight, we celebrate." Inside the grand hall, performances began. Fire dancers of cocoa tea, breeze spirits, bell dancers of light, playful sugar sprites, flower waltzers, the dew light fairy. Finally, the starlight fairy danced gentle, glowing, unforgettable. When the music ended, she touched Luna's hand. "It is time to return." Light wrapped around Luna. She blinked. The room was quiet again. The tree stood still. In her arms rested the wooden guardian. Morning light filled the room. Luna smiled softly. Magic had touched her life. And magic, once known, never truly fades. Moral of the story: courage, kindness, and belief can unlock even the deepest magic.